Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek A Day, and I thought as we move into the holiday weekend, happy Canada Day to my Canadian Trekkies and happy Independence Day for my American Trekkie friends. I could do a little casual Trek talk type thing here, just kind of thought it'd be a fun thing to do to see what everyone is watching lately as far as Star Trek. Because if you're anything like me, you watch a lot of Star Trek any kind of given day, and right now you'll just have the new episodes of Strange New Worlds coming out once a week, so what else have you been watching or reading or playing as far as Star Trek? For me, obviously, I've been watching and doing reviews for Strange New Worlds Season 2 episodes as they come out. I've also been watching a little bit of Deep Space Nine on Laserdisc here and there, and as I have a trip tentatively planned for next year to go some of my family to Germany for the first time in well over a decade, actually probably more than 15 years at this point. I've been trying to brush up on a language I have not really used any of in well over a decade, and been rewatching some of TNG in German with the German dub, starting with Season 1. I'm in about the middle of Season 1 right now, just every once in a while putting that in and checking that out. That's been fun, a little hard to get used to. I only saw a handful of episodes in German of that series randomly at my grandparents'. A little bit of Voyager, that's what they were more currently watching when I was a kid going there to visit my grandparents. But I like doing that because it's a fun way of re-experiencing something that is intimately familiar for me in a way that's slightly different, the experience, so it's fun to do, and it's a great way to brush up on some language skills. I haven't really been playing any Star Trek video games or anything like that recently. I keep hoping the new game that came out will come with a physical release at some point, so I'll probably check that out, but other than that, I've been reading the occasional Star Trek novel, which eventually you'll see videos pop up in the future on this channel. Just kind of random ones that I have missed over the years, because there are so many hundreds upon hundreds of Star Trek books that there still are a bunch that I haven't read, or maybe I read once 20-something years ago, so I've been just kind of picking up little ones here and there that I've never read before and checking them out. And the other thing which I just started recently, which you'll definitely hear me talk about as I move through it, is I have been watching Lower Decks. I originally watched the first episode when it first came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hated it. It was easily my least favorite episode of any Star Trek that I'd ever seen. I hated it. I found it insulting to Star Trek. I hated it. And then eventually, now that we have Paramount Plus, which I never really had before, not really big on streaming, so I checked out just to kind of see out of curiosity, because knowing the Strange New Worlds crossover is coming up, I watched the first few episodes of Lower Decks, and I stopped like halfway through the third episode, I think. I just was not liking it at all. But my wife Amanda has been watching it, and she's been enjoying it a little more than I've been. She enjoys the type of Rick and Morty humor more than I do. She's more of a fan of that show. I've seen more in just watching it with her kind of thing, not necessarily my type of humor, but she kind of got me to give it more of a shot and stick with it a little bit longer, and I've been watching more of it. I'm now done with the first season, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to give away anything, my impressions, or if my opinion has changed or whatever quite yet, because I'm going to be coming back on here talking about it as I move through the seasons. So look forward to that if you're curious what I think about it, or if my opinion has changed as I move through the series. So that's been kind of something interesting. That's something very, very different. And that's all the Trek-related stuff that I've been doing recently over the past few months. That and doing tons of these videos, especially a lot of the short ones, which is kind of the bread and butter of this channel, the 1 to 5 minute type videos, just a little bit of Star Trek every day. trying to stay ahead, trying to have a massive backlog. I have about trying to maintain around 100 videos ahead of where I'm at, which is a lot considering it's every single day. And I often find that people that don't do YouTube videos sometimes also underestimate how long it takes to do certain things. Like even the little short, here's a quick minute and 30-second look at something, can take 20-30 minutes to make, edit, render, upload, sometimes a little bit more than that. And yeah, so I do one every single day. So I've been trying to keep myself even more ahead right now, moving through the summer months, of my target, so that if I either don't have a chance or don't feel like doing Star Trek videos for an extended period of time, I can do that because I'm way ahead. So that's kind of my goal as this channel just gets rolling and starts going. So I hope you have been enjoying this channel, and as always, make sure you let other people know about Trek A Day if you think they might be interested, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and again, I'd love to hear what you've been doing and watching and reading as far as Star Trek, or listening any soundtracks or old audiobooks. And look forward to my gut reaction to the next Strange New Worlds episode, and I will be back on here at some point talking about Lower Decks. Not sure how I'm going to do it, if I do like, every season talk about it, or just kind of as I'm watching it, we'll see what's going on. So you will hear me talk about that in the future.